Okay, welcome back guys. I am Steve and today we are creating React Tailwind project. So in recent years, React has grown to be one of the most common frameworks, UI frameworks in the JavaScript ecosystem. What has grown with it is Tailwind. So Tailwind has revolutionized the way we style our interfaces. Today we'll be learning two ways that you can create a React and Tailwind project. Okay, so the first way to create a React application is by using the Create React app. I'll just leave this link in the description so that you guys can get the link. Let me just copy these two lines to use them here in my terminal. So here I am in my terminal. So this Create React app command really takes some time. So we have to wait for this. That's why this is not good way to create a React application, because it takes some time to pull the libraries and maybe create the application. So let me just fast forward this part to when we get the application. So here we are. We have already created the React application and already have changed the directory into the project. So let's just open this in VS Code and see what we are dealing with. And for that I'll just use this command, code then full stop, meaning this current directory. And then here we are in VS Code. Let me just expand this. These are the initial files that we get. You can see app.css here and everything. So let me just come here. The next thing is to install Tailwind and to initialize it to get a Tailwind configuration file. I'll just paste those two here. Here we are. So we can see the Tailwind configuration file here. Here you can add some variables, you can customize the theme here, you can add plugins. One of the most common plugins for Tailwind is Daisy UI. There we go. So we go to the next step. The next point is to configure what we need to compile, or what Tailwind needs to compile to get the actual CSS that will be in the output file. This is done in the content array. So that's what we'll do. Just copy everything here, paste it here, and then we go to the last point, which is adding these three into the main CSS file. Here we go. So index.css. Now we can run the application to see if everything works. npm run stats. So this is the initial application you get when you create the React application. Maybe we can do some changes here and there and see what we'll finally get. We can maybe delete everything here and do something like H screen with the blue like 400. Okay, so we have Tailwind, it's working. Maybe we can add one button here too, just to check it out. So we can do something like the padding for sideways for the Y, something like 2, rounded, and the background maybe we can do select 100. Here we have the button. We can do something like flex, then justify items, center, align items, and maybe we can add some height here. So height 13 or 14. I think we have 14. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't want to place itself at the center, but that's okay. You can see now we have Tailwind and it's working, and that's the first method and the not recommended way. So this method is not recommended because it's slow. The second way to create a React application with Tailwind configured is to use Vite as the build tool. So Vite is used to do hot module reload and also purging your CSS. So we'll just copy these two commands and go back to the terminal. Where was it? change back. We already have a project named my project, so we'll just call it something like test. Okay, already we are done. So you can see this was very fast compared to the first method. The next thing is to install Tailwind and to configure it with post CSS. So here we are. As that is running, I'll just copy the next command. Okay, it's not a command. Now we are configuring what will be compiled to get the final CSS. 1 minute, we already have now Tailwind. So we need to open this application in VS Code and check it out. This is what it comes with. So you can see it comes with fewer files than the create react application command. So we need to go to the configuration file and maybe edit this one. So this is what we need to do. So index.css, we need to run this application to check it. So npm run to see the available commands, run dev, and this is the URL. This is the initial application that we get using the vit command to create a React application. So maybe we can make some modification and see what will happen. So in this app.jsx, what we can do is just create a button to test. So we just return a div here. The class name should be hscreen as usual. The background may be blue, 500. So this is just to test. Most of the time divisions don't, I can say, showcase or have any height and width. So what we can do is maybe just add a button here and see what will happen. So hello there, and you can see now we have our background appearing here. Okay, I understand the issue. The issue is our CSS file. So you can see here we already have some styling added here. So we have to remove that. So remove these. Good, here we are. Now we can do anything we want using this application. Now we can proceed with our project. Okay, so a quick recap of what we've seen here. We have two ways of creating a React and Tailwind project. One is by using create React app, and the second one is by using it as a build. And this is the recommended way.